Hi, I wanted to make a video about what awakening is. What is it to spiritually awaken? I used to think that I was fully awake, and now I realise that I wasn't actually awake. I was just at the beginning of my awakening journey. And this is all by design. This is all meant to happen in exactly the way that it happens for you. And it's all unique to every person. I think some people can have very, let's say, dramatic awakenings where they suddenly realise that you are consciousness, you are the light of all that is, you're pure awareness, and that embodies into your human vessel quite quickly. And others have slower, more gradual awakenings. Mine was on the more slower, gradual side. And I'm quite thankful for that because sometimes hearing stories of real hard and fast awakenings seems a bit intense to me, but each to their own. And as I said, that's created perfectly for each person, each individual. Awakening, essentially, ultimately, from my perspective, means understanding just that, knowing that we are all source energy beings. We are all one being, whatever you want to call it, God, source energy, creator, pure awareness, pure consciousness, that we're all that. This one energy expressing itself, fractalizing itself into all these unique expressions that we see, but we're not actually separate. We're not separate from each other. It's kind of like a hand. We are the hand, but what we see is all the fingers. We only see that separate, those separate selves, but actually beyond the veil, beyond our human experience, we are all one. We are all one hand, let's say. Source consciousness, pure awareness. For me, my awakening began by opening up to, and this is when I thought that I was fully awake, but I wasn't. Now I realise I began by opening up to the spirit realm. So spirit guides, angels, elementals. I opened up and started my communication with my own spirit guides, who now I realise are me, another part of my own consciousness, because we're all one. I then kind of went through the realms. I guess I opened up to ETs. I have not had any personal experiences with ETs, but I would listen to lots of channelings, people who channel ET entities, and that was the next realm that I was opened up to. I then opened up to what I feel now is my full awakening. I know there's probably more to come in terms of embodying this, but the real ultimate truth, which is that we're all one, these beings that I was opening up to and feeling as though they're separate from me. So I used to communicate with my spirit guides and think that they are separate beings. These are beings that know more than me. And the ETs, they are separate beings. They are beings that are more benevolent, that know more than me. And while this, from one perspective, from my human 3D perspective, from the human separate self, feels true, that these are all separate beings, when you fully awaken and realize that we're all one, we're all one being appearing as separate beings, it becomes different. It feels different. You realize that you're actually creating all these beings, and there no longer is an outside of yourself. There never was an outside of yourself, but you realize that more and start to embody that. And embodying, I'm sure, is another process. And in fact, I know that's another process, because that's about how we remember that, how we actively remember it and choose that perspective again and again and again in our everyday waking life. Remember that we are one source energy being, and how we drop out of this mental realm of thinking and separation into the heart, which is where our source creatorhood lives and comes through. So I guess that's kind of where I'm at in my journey of embodying this knowing, bringing my source creatorhood through this unique vessel, this unique expression. And it's exciting, it's empowering, and it's loving. And I'd love to know where you're at on your awakening, how it's been for you. How did you go through those stages, or has it been more of an intense kind of wake up? And just what it's like, what practices you're using to help you remember. Okay, that's it, and I send you so much love.